morning, sir.
Good morning, Meseera. How are you today?
I'm fine, sir. What about you, sir?
I'm all good. I'm good. I'm
So, can we start?
Yes, please, please.
So, firstly, I just want to ask, like, what fascinated you about this career? Like, during your time, there was no social media, there was not any influencer. Like, how you got to know about this career? I just want to know about it.
Okay, so Meseera, kind of a long story. I'm from a business family. I'm a Marwari, and I'm the only son. So by default, I was supposed to take over my father's business, but something happened. Something inspired me that I wanted to go to Kota and do IIT preparation. And Kota was a big studious town over, in Rajasthan. I think it still is. So we went to Kota, and I took admission in one of the premier coaching institute over there, and I started studying. So during my studies, we filled up forms for n number of examinations. Like it's not like a person will fill up only one form.
Okay.
So I filled a form for IIT, JEE, I filled a form for RPET, I filled a form for AIEEE. So all these forms I filled up, and when we were in the process of filling up forms, one of my friend told me to fill up the form for Merchant Navy also.
Okay.
So I said, what exactly is Merchant Navy? So he told me it's a okay field, kind of good field. You fill the form, and you will see if nothing else happens, will you can go to Merchant Navy. So I said, but I'm already giving a lot of exams, and my focus was IITs. I was in Kota with my 12th, so I was a fresher. The term they use is a fresher. So I was not a repeater. I was a fresher. I didn't drop the year yet. So my focus was IITs. I wanted to get into IITs only. So I told him, yeah, I'm already giving a lot of exams. I'm giving AIEEE, RPT, IIT, and now I don't want to give one more exam, because during examination season you have to run to this center, then run to that center, give this exam, give that exam. It becomes an hassle.
Yes.
Right. In my understanding, the government should make one unified exam and take admissions from that. But in any case, that's their call. Then what happened? He told me that, okay, you don't have to give a separate exam. The entrance for these colleges will be through IIT rank only.
Okay.
So all you need to do is mention your IIT serial number in the form, and send the form. It was $300 back then. Now it may be more expensive, but at that point of time it was 300 rupees only. So, and then if I don't get a seat in IITs, I can still go to Merchant Navy. So I said, okay, so let's put that form, and I did that. And what happened, during in my IIT screening, my rank was 3100, something like that.
Okay.
And but during the mains, in our time, the mains was a written exam. Okay, and in one day you have to give all three: physics, chemistry, maths exam. So morning you will go to the center. The first 2 hours will be physics exam, and the very first physics exam, there was a question about vernier caliper, and I was like overconfident. I was like, "Arey, ye to ho hi jayega," है ना? So I went into that question, and I did not came out of that question for at least half an hour. I was for half an hour. I was making derivations and calculations on vernier caliper itself, but the answer did not came out. So, and physics was my strong suit. Means in my coaching center, I was not the topper, but I used to top in physics.
Okay.
It was my strong suit. मेरे को I was like almost घमंड था मुझे, है ना? And that broke really, and that shattered really badly, right? So I was like, वो morning का पहला ही question था मेरा, and then the rest of the day I 2 hours physics exam, 1.5 hour gap, maths 2 hours maths exam, 2 hours gap, then 2 hours chemistry exam. तो मेरा पूरा का पूरा दिन खत्म हो गया था एक उस क्वेश्चन से. एंड ठीक है, शिट हैपेंस, है ना? सो एंड फाइनली in my overall scores for IITs, at that point of time general seats were only 4,400 seats.
Okay.
So I was unable to clear my physics cutoff. The physics cutoff was 14 marks out of 60, and I got only 12. So for 2 marks, I didn't got a seat in IITs. But and next year I started with a repeaters batch in the same coaching institute. I started with the repeaters batch. I was the rank one.
Wow, that's great.
So I was the rank one in my repeaters batch. But that same time, I got a call letter from Merchant Navy that you are eligible to join Merchant Navy, and you can come for counseling. So this was very difficult time, and the problem was that so very few people knew about Merchant Navy.
Yes.
And this is there in India, or maybe some other places also. When something good is about to happen in your life,
Mm.
right, then all your relatives who simply don't matter at all, who will never appear in your life, who will never help you in a single thing in your life, they will suddenly wake up and come to your parents and tell them that this is something very bad is happening to your kid.
Yes.
So when I was about to join Merchant Navy, one particular person came to my father and told my father that वहां जाके तो गोलियां चलानी पड़ती है. So I was, my father was not sure. I was not sure, but luckily, uh, there was one person from our small town. Basically, he was from some other town, but his father moved there, and he was an TS Chanakya candidate. So
Okay.
he was a chief officer at that point of time, and somehow my father got to know about him, and my father personally went to their house, spoke with that person, and the first thing that person said, you send your kid to this particular profession. If you don't send him, his career is gone.
It means that you got right guidance at the right time.
Right. So, and it was like heavens aligned, stars aligned, and everything happened for me. But at one point of time, it was very unlikely that I would have joined this field
Okay.
itself. So I may have been doing one extra year in Kota. I may have joined some other college. I got mediocre ranks in other exams also. Like I got 14,000 rank in AIEEE. I got 4,000 rank in RPET. But my focus was IITs. So I was trying really hard to get into IITs, and that is how I ended up in Merchant.